You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In the first 10 days of every month I have started giving out my tier list for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. For more consistent updates you can join my Discord, link for that will be in the description. Real quick I will say that once again, the tier list will be based on the Duel Links ranked only, so no tournaments involved. In addition to that, I will be providing an explanation for every single deck on my list. With those things out of the way, let's get straight into it for the November tier list. Starting off with tier 3, I have Crystons. From the time they came out they always had potential, but with such an established meta, they struggled to find relevancy. Now after the latest ban list they are once again coming to the surface. The deck is versatile, but still needs tech cards to help deal with back row sometimes, and of course Dark Lords are still a problem for them. Using Crystons along with Transcendent Crystals is becoming more popular, and for now I see the deck deserving a spot in this tier. Next up I have Triamids, and yes, they are still here. A lot of you disagreed with me putting them on the list last month, but the deck still performs on ranked and keeps being one of the most consistent decks in the game. By no means top tier, but after the ban list it does the job better and easier, since the ladder is not flooded with Neos Fusion and Desperado Dragon anymore. They are still hanging on to that tier 3 spot. Let's see now if they can even retain that for next month. Next I have 6 Samurai. I thought about not including them to be honest, and losing Beatdown along with World Legacy class was a huge blow to the deck, but I cannot just write it off. Maybe I am wrong on this one, but cards like Power of the Guardians, Concentrating Current and even Forbidden Chalice can have the place of a tech in a 6 Samurai deck and take the place of World Legacy class. Among other cards of course, because 6 Samurai is an archetype that allows different techs, and that's why I think they are still in the tier list, although definitely not top tier anymore. Moving on to the second tier, I have Fortune Ladies. There's a deck that 100% got benefited from the ban list. Every single Fortune Ladies player smiled a bit at those nerfs. The deck lost some of its toughest competition, but after the release of the latest mini-box, more competition arrived. I think that as long as Invoked is relevant, Fortune Ladies will most likely always creep around as well. Still suffer from some consistency issues, so I don't think there's a high chance of them reaching any higher in the tier list with no new support coming. Next I have Ritual Beasts. Here's the new deck that has made an impact in Duel Links. Great synergy and of course the power of searching and special summoning. The deck can beat every single deck on the tier list, but can struggle against Cocytus and Dark Lords. And with that in mind, players have started playing Destiny Hero Plasma to deal with those problems and have their own ace up their sleeve. Although the deck doesn't need Plasma in order to be viable. Moving on to tier 1, we still have Dark Lords here, still at the top even after the hits. The thing that drastically changed for them now is the skill, because Beatdown was nerfed to smithereens. Tidal Binds and Destiny Draw will now be the most used skills for the deck, with Kaiba or Blink always being there for the pay-to-play players. And lastly we have Invoked. Invoked is now at the top of the tier list. I have to say, the engine really reminds me of Neos Fusion in a way, because it can be paired up with different stuff. Versatile deck that can even adapt in situations. If for example you are finding yourself facing a specific matchup, the majority of the time in KC Cup you can change your deck around and still be successful with it. Spellbooks don't seem like the wave anymore, and duelists have gravitated towards playing Invoked with Flip-Flop Frog and Scrap Goblin, or even with Magician Girls. And this was my tier list for the month. If you have a different opinion, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Also leave a like and subscribe for this kind of videos to continue, and also support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, see you in the next one.